Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Ooh. No, that's too bad. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
This is what they have left for par here.
And that's an opening hole par for this player.
That's a rock solid par right there.
Jon Rahm holds a familiar spot of top spot on this leaderboard.
Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
Let's hope this one gets a good lie because it's heading towards the rough. Yeah, disappointing not to find the surface, Rich, but I like that play.
Didn't quite have the distance to get there, but left themselves in a good spot.
They found the sand here.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Oh, that's frustrating.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Ouch, that hurts. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. And after that effort, that's how it looks.
Jon Rahm, your leader as we head to the next hole.
Teeing off here at the 3rd hole. Looks like this one's going to the beach.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be #1 because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. And the putt will go. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
in the bunker with their tee shot. Nice save indeed.
Looking at the scoreboard, they currently sit in second place, behind Jon Rahm.
Now we're on the fourth tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, and that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Here's Ricky Fowler's next shot.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
Putting for birdie here. As we move along to the next hole, they're currently tied at the top of the leaderboard with Jon Rahm. It's time to step on the tee here at the 5th. The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour, because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Ricky Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person. But I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there is a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Ricky Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging. He's affable. He looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
Currently a couple under for the event. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here. This is a ball striking clinic. Yet another green in reg here. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here. That was a gallant attempt. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Now, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Looking really good. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is what they have left for par.
And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with John Rahm in second. Here we are at the final hole on the front 9. Wow, that was just striped. And they're playing from about 140 yards out. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Going with the pitching wedge here.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler? Well, that's a beautiful bunker shot there. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these 2 go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these 2 compete.
Wow, I didn't even know they had this power. Great drive.
Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Currently leading by 3. That's a high-quality recovery shot.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, just missed the birdie. That's a shame. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. Teeing off here at the 11th. Oh, well done. Second shot here on the 11th. Not bad. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And that will move him to 6 under par. And a quick glimpse of the leaderboard, and they're currently first, with Justin Thomas second. Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more. Going with the 6-iron here.
That dog will hunt.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup. Little birdie look in here.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
They're a long way from the hole here. Work to be done. Just didn't drop. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage. Well, 13th. It's unlucky for some, Rich. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Oh, the breeze has just got up. You see where the flags are flickering, and it's straight back up into this player.
Going with the 5-iron here. Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
No, they tried to fade that one in there, but got a little steep on it.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Here's Ricky Fowler. Opting for the 9-iron. And tidy looking shot, that one. Well, that's beautifully judged.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Our current leader is up by a whopping 7 shots now. We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par fours on the back nine here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously, a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view, bailing out to the left in the bunker. Not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flag stick.
The ball looked a little thirsty. Sitting at 7 under par for the day. Outright first here. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
This one's tracking.
And that was a bogey by our leader. So the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. Well, it's a great view on the leaderboard. Sitting in top spot, but Justin Thomas is second. We've arrived at a par 5. They have put some hurt on that ball. Send it. Justin Thomas, major champion, world #1 player, really has all the attributes, doesn't he, Rich?
He does. His focus on his own game is amazing. I think that this kid really understands how to play the game. He's got all the shots, but he doesn't try and get up there and hit it as hard as he can every single time. He gets out there and he learns how to play the game, hit the finesse shots when you need it, take some risks when you need to, but also back off when you don't need to. This kid is a real deal, complete game from head to toe.
This has eyes for the hole. And gets that putt of distance to go. And that will take him to 8 under. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's catch up with Ricky Fowler. Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Oh, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader. And he's down there. You got to read.
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. And a quick glimpse of the leaderboard, and they're currently first, with Justin Thomas second.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Let's see what happens here at the 17th. Oh, well played. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
The wind is at their back on this one. The wind was howling, but that didn't matter.
This putt to get to double digits under the card.
This is their look at birdie.
Looking good.
Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole. Back-to-back birdies never hurt, Rich.
Gotta like it. He's feeling it.
Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits. Well, nice to drop a putt of that length. Well done.
Before this putt was hit, they looked their playing partner in the eye and gave a signal. That was mean, but fair.
Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Oh, what a shot by our leader. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
Wind is going straight at his back.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. It's all come down to this. A putt for the title. Ooh, right by the hole. Hopefully they won't take that too badly. There's another chance here to close out the victory. Well, there you have it. What a wonderful victory, Rich.
A sensational victory this week here, Luke. This player was on top of their game all week long. What a week it was.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
And this week, Henny, they're looking to beat Harold Varner III. It should be an exciting and entertaining duel.
Absolutely, Luke. Harold Varner III is one of the most charismatic, talkative, and highly skilled players out there on tour. He'll either cut you down with his game or his slick talking. You better be on your guard.
Yes, he's got a sharp tongue and a clever game. Let's see how HV3 goes up against this player in this rivalry. Bit untidy, wasn't it? Henny, how bad is this lie?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Go to your home ball. Go to your home. That's inside the range.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
And that makes him tied for first. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take one club less into this green as it will release down the slope. Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the player is firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
This one looks like it'll safely make the green.
What an amazing approach shot. I think their rival, Harold Varner III, has a worthy competitor this week.
Here's HV3. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. A 7-footer right here.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Hang on, this looks pretty handy. A wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
I like it. 2 in a row.
He finds himself in a share of the lead. The third hole at TPC Summerland is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. The third hole at TPC Summerland has been converted from a par 5 down to a 4, Rich, which makes his second shot much tougher.
Second shot across the ravine to a green that's surrounded by bunkers. Should you find the green in 2, 2 putts from there will be just fine. But watch out, big numbers abound should you start missing this green out to the right.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently in 3rd place.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Putting for a par now. And there it is.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. The 4th at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4, measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. And taking aim from around 100 yards here is currently tied for the lead. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the 4th. Be the ball, Danny. No. Fair effort that. Good birdie. And that will take him to 3 under. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. The 5th at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole, ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. That's just inside the range. 14 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie run.
If it's up, it could be in. And with that, that's their 4th birdie.
Oh, that settles the nerves right there. Great stuff.
Still in the lead now after that hole. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. Oh, that is crushed. From about 100 yards. Currently leading by 2. Chosen the pitching wedge here. This one needs to kick left. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. A chance to move to 5 under par.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
That putt went a bit long there. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's sitting there just in 3rd place.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
How good would that have been if it had dropped? And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. Nicely done. And taking aim from around 100 yards here. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. Going with the pitching wedge here. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here at the 7th. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Don't give him praise, just look with admiration. That's serious talent. What an opportunity to make a birdie. This one's looking good. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. He's currently sitting in first place. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. Going with the hybrid. Wonderfully played. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Well, he's got a real outside chance here. 29 feet. Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, so close. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Now 4 shots up after that hole. The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
But this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
And this putt to move into 3rd. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt. Okay, steady now. No, that's too bad. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Well, that'll play, and that will take him to 6 under. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Well, after 9, so far so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway. How much did the win last week give them the confidence to perhaps pull it off again here and go back-to-back?
A massive win last week, looking to double up again this week. I got to say, they're building off all the good things they did last week. A win could definitely happen.
Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And that will take him to 7 under. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. And he's down there.
And from about 105 yards.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
A bit short with that effort.
Ooh, that almost went down. Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Nice little putt to hole, that one. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh. Oh. Right at it from out of the bunker. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4. 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. From about 100 yards. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, this one's right at the pin. That's well played. Pin high.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Why don't we catch up with the V-man, Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Looking great now.
All right, you'll make it the next time. And back to the course with the live action. Putting for birdie. Hey, that's a chance. And that will drop in for a birdie. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. The history of golf has been littered with some great characters. For the modern game, Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
Currently 9 under for the round. The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3 playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Oh! Talk about dialed in. That thing had eyes for the hole. Yeah, well played. Well, this would be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. That's frustrating. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary? Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Shame it didn't drop. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is up by a whopping 7 shots now. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Time for the second shot at the 15th. Nicely done. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
Oh, terrific. What an effort. And he'll move into the top 10. This putt was about 8 feet.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And yet another putt drops, so now 10 under par heading down the stretch.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
The 16th at TPC Summerlin is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well, because getting down from over the back is not that easy. Opting for the 6-iron. And that one's headed to the drink. Playing their 4th shot. Going with the 8-iron here. Now that looked pretty good the whole way. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Ouch, that hurts. Putting for bogey. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
The 17th at TPC Summerlin is a downhill par 3 playing 196 yards. Jonathan Byrne once famously holed out in the playoff here to snatch the title. The green shapes right to left towards the hazard, so make sure if you're going to go for it, be very accurate.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th. It sets up another putt inside birdie range. Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. Currently 10 under for the round. The 18th at TPC Sutherland is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a 2nd in a row here.
And this putt for the... Well, it's fair to say that this player ran the tables this week, Rich, and came up trumps in Las Vegas. Look at your Shriners Children's Open winner.
And nobody on the PGA Tour will be shining quite as brightly as this player the rest of the evening here in Las Vegas.
This is impressive. To win out here on tour is a big deal, but to go back-to-back, Rich, how significant is that?
Luke, winning once on the PGA Tour is difficult enough. To win back-to-back weeks, that's reserved for just the top players in the game.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us. PGA2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Quack. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, or maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win. Well, good-looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the first. 11 feet left to the hole. Ooh. Par putt coming up here. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
And as we check the standings, Lexi Thompson currently holds top spot. And now let's catch up with John McCarthy for an on-course report. What can we expect from Echo Park Golf Club this week, John?
Well, Luke, one thing I can say about this after walking the course this morning, it's a long one. So distance off the tee, especially important here at Echo Park. The course starts off along the big lake. There are a few holes that hug the edge of this lake, not unlike a Bay Hill, but here you get hit with it right off the start. And when you get away from the water, you get hit with the sand on the sixth. There's a thin corridor of fairway that leads to the green that weaves its way through. I think there's 5-6 bunkers leading up to and surrounding the sixth green. And from there on out, the players are going to be on the watch for the sand because it's sneaky and it's hard to avoid in certain situations. It's going to be an exciting time here, I think, this week at Echo Park.
Oh, what a touch of class. Holes it from the sand. Let's return to live play now. And here we are with the third shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. 4 feet to the cup. This one started out on a good line. Oh, what a super shot. He's currently tied for first. Here we are at the third. Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order. But after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
Kind of like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Glancing at the scoreboard, and they're currently sitting in first place. Lexi Thompson holds second. Here we are at Echo Park Golf Club, the fourth hole, and it's a big brute of a par 4.
Off the tee, your eyes look down the left-hand side and see two massive bunkers and obviously the water. So anything right of that is just fine. If you find the fairway, second shot is downhill just a little bit to a long, narrow green that has got bunkers down the right-hand side. Distance control with that second shot is absolutely imperative if they want to have a good look at birdie.
The ladies' game has been dominated by Koreans for such a long time, but America has been able to have this resurgence basically off the back of Lexi Thompson and the generation she's started to inspire.
Lexi Thompson is so fun to watch because she's got a very unique swing, and when you look at it, you kind of look back and you go, okay, that went a long way. Okay, that went right at the hole. And she's got such control over her golf ball. It's amazing. And the wins are going to continue to pile up for her year after year. I'm blown away by the fact that she is so aggressive on every single shot. There is no laying up in her game, and I love that. Now, that might cost her a few wins, but I tell you what, she's going to have a lot of wins because of that as well. I love the way she plays the game. It's exciting.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Good look at a birdie here.
Starting to look really good.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. And after that hole, leading Billy Horschel by 3. To me, the short par 4 is the most underrated hole in all of golf.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
That's a good-looking shot there. Second shot here on the 6th. Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. Well, good shot that, right inside the range. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. This looks good. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 5 under. And with that hole finished, they're currently sitting in top spot on the leaderboard. Lexi Thompson holds second. The par 5 awaits here, but so does an opportunity. Take full advantage. Handy effort, that one. It's been a good year. 3 wins so far this season. Currently -5. Currently in the lead. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Looking better.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will move him to 6 under par. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
This is their 5th shot. If my eyes didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. We've reached the 8th hole. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. This would be a great up and down. Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. It's got a chance. That will work. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. Yes, they've made it.
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. We have a par 4 on this one.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Playing from around 190 yards out.
Back into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Getting ready to play their 3rd. That's a touch of class.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
This shot here from about 240 yards.
Went straight down.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
A bit long on that one. This putt to get to 7 under the card.
Little birdie look in here.
And that putt will drop and he'll extend his lead. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Playing their 5th shot. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Glancing at the scoreboard, and they're currently sitting in first place. Lexi Thompson holds second. The 11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
And as we take a look at the standings, this player is currently in first, with Justin Rose second. And now stepping onto this par 3 hole. Choosing the 9-iron here. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green.
Yeah, that was great wind management there.
And a chance to reach 9 under for the championship with this putt.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
And now over to Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
A nice little draw. Nothing sweeter.
Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage. Well, the 13th hole here at Echo Park Golf Club is not as kind. A big hole at 504 from the tips.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
Golf became a power game, and there's few players out on tour that have more prodigious power than Tony Finau. If he really wants to go full tilt, Rich, it feels like everyone's playing for second.
He is a dynamic player that has the ability to make birdies in bunches. The ball striking, I think, is always going to be brilliant. Watching him when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, graduated to the PGA Tour, and just keep watching this steady progression. Each and every week, he just seems to get a little bit better, and the confidence level is over the moon with this kid. And to bundle it all up, Luke, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. You want to root for a Tony Finau. He is such a likable, lovable guy, I believe, that you can't help but root for him. And the wins that he didn't get are just heartbreaking, and we felt the pain alongside with him. I love watching this guy play. I root for him every single week.
Our leader really starting to gap the field now. Their advantage is 9 shots. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
And from around 135 yards.
Going with the pitching wedge here. This one is right down the pipe. Outstanding approach shot.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
And that's for birdie. Well holed. And as we take a look at the leaderboard, this player is in top spot and Justin Rose is second. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Oh, look at this soar through the air.
Around 110 yards to go.
Straight downwind, tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
This one heading towards the green. That's incredible. That was exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yes, got to think that's a certain birdie from there.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Let's take a look at the current standings. Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Was on a good line. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And as we take a look at the standings, this player is currently in first, with Justin Rose second.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Teeing off here on the 17th hole. That's a big drive. This shot is about 140 yards out.
Downwind on this shot.
This should play. Oh, that one's absolutely stiff. Just a 4-footer remaining.
This is their look at birdie.
Oh, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Well, the leader is really starting to gap the field now. They're 10 strokes ahead. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. Well, what a lovely position to be in. Holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck. Oh, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
Oh, really leaned on that tee shot. That went forever.
Ooh, wouldn't it be nice to chip this in and win the tournament? Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Great touch.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a fine performance. He's done it. He's won the tournament.
Absolutely. It's hard to believe that this player already got 4 victories on the season. Top of the game right now. It's impressive.
And Rich marked that down as one of the outstanding wins we'll see this season.
It's always impressive when you see a player outshine their fellow competitors, because all of these players are really good, but this player made everybody in the field look very, very average. So good was their performance.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.
PGA2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be following this featured group as there are rumours of quite a rivalry kicking off between these two players.
And this week, Henny, it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putt. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry. Lining up the birdie putt here. Whew, had a fair bit of pace on that one. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones. Right on 8 feet.
This for par.
Bit too heavy-handed there. And unfortunately, it's going to be a drop shot to begin the day.
And his stumble on the opening hole never sets the tone very well. It'll be interesting to see how they react.
The Spaniard, Jon Rahm, currently leading the event as we head to the next hole. Let's check in with our man on the ground, John McCarthy, for our course report. John, what will Foxhole Golf Links be serving the players this week?
Well, Luke, I think Foxhome Golf Links is going to be serving up some birdies, maybe a side of eagle. The course really is right in front of these players, and what you see is what you get. Not a whole lot of tricks to it, so I think people are going to be firing at these flags all week, and I'm going to sit back and enjoy that. Hopefully the folks at home will as well.
Let's take a look at Justin Rose, shall we? Ooh, that almost went down. Okay, time to return to the action. Rich, what kind of mojo do you think this player's got after winning in their last start?
This player has more confidence, I believe, than any other player in the field at the moment. This should be another good week for him.
Oh, how about that one? And that'll promote a good move up the standings. That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
This is a familiar sight. Jon Rahm leads this tournament. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Going with the 5-wood.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Well played, mate. And now over to Justin Rose.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say. This for back-to-back birdies.
Surely it's going to.
And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole. And as we check in on the leaderboard, it's Jon Rahm on top. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. Well, that's a handy shot. Playing this shot from around 220 yards here. 3 behind our leader. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Hope it gets a good kick to the left. Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
Love watching this player around the greens.
And it's Jon Rahm in the lead. Here we are at the 5th hole of Foxhole Golf Links. 424 par 4 from the tips.
And only the really long players in the game are going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side. The shorter players are going to have to hit it out to the left-hand side with maybe not quite a driver, but from there, it's really just a flick of a second shot as this hole is just 424 yards. I'm thinking that every player is looking at this as a birdie opportunity.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. This looks to be heading to the green. Oh, wonderful shot. And a chance for birdie at the 5th. Oh, a 9-foot chance here. Just didn't drop. Putting for a par here. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert?
Couldn't convert after 2 good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
Attaboy, good shot. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Going with the 7. Left yourself an opportunity. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
This is on a great line.
We can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And with that, we'll move to 3 under par. Jon Rahm holds a familiar spot of top spot on this leaderboard. Let's see what happens here on the 7th. Now this one looks to be heading down the runway. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Opting for the 9-iron. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. A wonderful shot here at the 7th and sets up another birdie chance. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Great touch. Really nicely played.
Such soft hands.
Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard.
This one's looking good.
Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies. And that will take him to 4 under. And as we move along to the next hole, they're currently tied for the lead with Jon Rahm.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. An opportunity for a birdie here. Oh, just missed. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. It's just about 3 feet away. That fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard, with Jon Rahm trailing in 2nd place. As we stride to the final hole of the outward half of Foxholm Golf Links, the players will be licking their lips with this par 5, measuring just over 500 yards.
Yeah, this is a gift to end on. However, you got to find the fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right of those, trees come into play. Bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot into this massive green. Lots of runoff areas all around this green, but what a great opportunity to end this front 9 with possibly an eagle 3.
Well, with a pocket full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so, this player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
sitting at 4 under for the day, currently in top spot. Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
This putt for a spot in the top 5. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Well, a lovely position for this player, Rich. Tied for the lead as they make the turn.
Yeah, you always want to be up or in the lead going in the final 9 holes. That's what they practice for. That's what they want to be. They want to be in this position. Let's see how it all plays out.
That looks to be a fairway finder to me. Taking aim from around 240 yards out here. He shares top spot. Opting for the 5-wood. That's a shame. Just leaking left, that one. That's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
All right, safely out of the bunker, and now a chance to make a putt. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holing out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional, and went out and missed 20-some-odd cuts in a row and never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken. That would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He is such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he putts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
Let's see if he can make this. Keep the par on the card. That gets the job done. And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with Jon Rahm in second. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole. Oh dear. Can he get out of here?
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
Well, out of the bunker and onto the green, but still a fair bit of effort to go here. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Oh, so close. That's disappointing. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Good stroke. They've holed it. That's very gutsy.
in the bunker with their tee shot, and that is a very good save.
And now over to Justin Rose.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
That's a fine effort, that one. You always want to putt those ones stone dead. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Teeing off now on the 14th hole. That's tidy. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Heading towards the rough, this one. Sadly, this one will make a splash. Time now for the 4th shot. Currently leading by 3. Going with the 7. Come on, sit. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Time for the 5th shot. Let's try and make this one. Only dropped the 1 shot. Nice stroke. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. And that fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard, with Jon Rahm trailing in 2nd place. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
They've chosen to club down here.
That's nicely done. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Ooh, right by the hole. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is important. Big par putt here.
The putt drops, now at 5 under, heading down the stretch.
Well, with just a slim lead coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
Teeing off here on the 16th hole. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
That one should find the surface. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And that's 8 birdies today. And that will take him to 6 under. And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with Jon Rahm in 2nd.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Oh, that is flushed. Get on the green. Time for the second shot at the 17th. Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Judging it beautifully.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. And that fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard, with John Rahm trailing in second place. This hole is a long par 4. Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That's a pretty handy shot. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. Well, all that hard work, it's time to pay it off. Make this for the tournament. Okay, steady now. Not the end of the world. There's another chance here to close out the victory. Well, Rich, they say winning becomes a habit, and this player's certainly making a habit of it.
Absolutely. All tournament long, they just played outstanding golf. Hats off to them.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.